Alright, one last frame. Let's see if we can't find her. I think the queen fell off on my last frame. It's probably at the bottom of the box. So they filled this frame up with honey, or nectar, I should say. Not honey yet. And they got some brood in there as well. I'm eventually going to have to clean this comb up a bit because they did not draw it out quite right. There's a decent gap at the bottom there. Queen might actually be hiding back there for all I know. Whew. Drawing out the other side just a little bit. And that's the end of this little inspection here. Not even going to bother to find the queen because I know they're laying because I saw eggs. Not quite as many, mainly because it's all full of brood. But I'm sure once a bit of that hatches, they'll go back to building comb. Carefully slide these over. I don't want to squish any bees. They're already a little agitated. The queen was on this particular frame I'm moving right now. So when I pulled it out, they'll be roaring pretty loud. So far, this inspection has gone well. It's about 12 minutes or so. Important to make sure you don't kill the bees because they don't like that at all. Sends off alarm pheromone. And there's my cat climbing on top of the coop. This guard bee is just buzzing around my head. Crazy. He's like, leave me alone. Get out of my hive. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've filled this box up halfway, it looks like. As soon as all this brood hatches and, like next month, then I'll probably put another box on top. And actually, I don't know why I'm closing this up yet. I gotta dust these girls with powdered sugar. Forgot about that. Try to show you guys that as best as I can. Set this down real quick. So you just take powdered sugar, put it in a sifter, and dust the bees with it. This is a homemade powdered sugar though, so it doesn't have a bunch of cornstarch in it, so it won't give the bees dysentery. Make them have to go fly out of the hive and avoid their stomachs, so that's good. So, dust them all. So, this will make them clean themselves off so that any mites they might have will get cleaned off as well. Because that's the goal. Make sure I get all the bees, as many as possible. Probably close to half the hive is out and about getting nectar and pollen right now. So excuse my elbow there. Load up a little more sugar. Most people I see on YouTube doing this kind of stuff in beekeeping, they don't like wearing gloves because they say they can't feel what they're doing. That's why I got sheepskin gloves, super thin, easy to feel what you're doing. So now the bees will just eat this sugar. A lot of it will end up actually on the floor of the hive. Make sure I get all the bees. Now I'm done. Oops. I go really slow when you're moving these things around. It's frames, otherwise the bees can fall off, and I notice they don't really like that. Make sure all these frames are touching, otherwise they'll build burr comb in between it. If they do that, it's hard to get out and it breaks. It's amazing how much you can learn off of YouTube watching other beekeepers. It's my first year doing this, or I guess my first 3 weeks doing this. Learned so much already. Put this last frame in carefully, don't squish anything. Backwards. Just gonna scrape this a bit of propolis off, like the glue they use to glue their hive together. Normally I'd save this stuff, but it's way too dry. I'm just feeling kind of lazy right now, so I'm not gonna bother saving it. Alright, all back in. That's a little dusting over these ones that did not get covered. They've already managed to clean themselves off pretty darn well. If you look in here, you'll see most of these bees are already starting to clean themselves. See, cleaning all the sugar off each other. All the sugar and any mites they have on them lined up on the floor, or the baseboard at least, I should say. Not really a floor. So it's important to get these things spaced right. So they have, it's called bee space. That way, like I was saying earlier, they don't make a bunch of comb everywhere. Not too concerned about this outer edge because they don't have anything here yet. Alright, looks like they're all starting to buzz around and come back in. I guess it wasn't a mistake wearing shorts. Didn't get stung or anything. Probably didn't even need this jacket. Well, there you go. I'm gonna check this bottom board in about 20 minutes after they've had a chance to clean themselves and see how many mites they have then.